This is Brenda from Artist Fusion. Today we're creating an ocean wave tabletop. I've already spray painted my tabletop and now I'm spreading clear resin. You want to make sure that every surface and edge is coated with the clear resin. This is going to act as a lubrication for your other colors that you're going to pour. I'm using Counterculture DIY medium viscosity artist resin, and I will link in the description below what colors I'm using. First, you just want to get all of your colors on the board. Once all of your colors are poured out, then you want to gently mix and blend your colors until you achieve a pattern and coloration that you like. Make sure when you're blending that you also rub your edges so that all of your edges are coated with the color. I dripped a little where I didn't want it, so I'm just wiping it off with a paper towel. I'm using a heat gun to pop any micro bubbles and also to use the heat to make the resin more fluid for when I pour my wave. I'm adding a strip of clear resin at the end of my blues where the beach starts and smoothing it out. This will act as lubrication for the white as you create your wave. Now I'm going to add the white. Again, I'm going to heat everything up with the heat gun and then slowly blow the white into the clear and into the blue, creating your wave. I'm going to use a kitchen torch to heat up that white and also tilt it a bit. The heat causes the white to form cells. I'm going to tilt it until I get the wave to create the shape that I was hoping for. And I'm just going kind of back and forth and sideways until I get the wave shaped how I want it. I'm pouring a second line of white for another wave, and I will repeat the same process with the heat gun and then the kitchen torch and tilting. I'm using the bigger torch now to pop any bubbles. I'm going to manipulate it again by tilting it and getting the waves to stretch. Again, using the kitchen torch to use heat to create cells. I'm tilting again to create more definition within the wave. Because this is a tabletop and I don't want to end up with a ridge, I'm pouring more clear at the end of my first wave to level out the beach area. I'm smoothing out the clear and making sure that it fully covers the edges as well. Last pass with the torch. This is now day 2. I have lightly sanded this with 220 grit paper and cleaned it off. Now I'm going to start my second layer. Same process as the first layer. You just want to get your colors on the board. On my first layer I had used tints with metallics in them, and on this layer I'm using more translucent colors. Once you get your colors poured on, you want to lightly mix and blend, and you'll notice that I did not go all the way down to the first wave that I did and the beach. And just like the first time, as you're blending, make sure that you get all of your edges. I did accidentally drip some color where I didn't want it, so I'm just wiping it off with a paper towel. I felt that my wave line was going to be too sharp, so I'm trying to soften it up a bit and remix the color. Another pass with the torch to pop any bubbles. I'm pouring a line of clear before my blue starts and between my first wave. Now I'm pouring the white on the edge of my clear. You want to heat it up with your heat gun so that everything flows smoothly, and then use the heat gun to push the white through the clear and into the blue to cause your waves. Again, I'm going to use the kitchen torch and tilt. The heat from the kitchen torch causes the white to settle, and the tilting creates your waves. Tilt until you get it to where you like it, and if you've got a little mistake, use your finger and dab it out. I'm pouring another line of white for another wave, and we'll repeat the same process. The warmer you get your resin with the heat gun, the more fluid it will become. Again, the heat from the kitchen torch helps to create cells. I felt like this wave was a little weak, so I'm adding a little more white. I felt like I stretched that wave a little too much, so I'm adding a little bit more color to blend out the top of that wave. Now I'm just mixing the color back in to get rid of the top part of the wave that I didn't like. I'm pouring another strip of white for my last wave. I'm heating it up with the heat gun to get it more fluid. Now I'm going to use the kitchen torch and tilt. This is going to create more cells. I lost the corner of that wave when I tilted, so I'm just going to add some more. This is the next day, and I'm going to remove the painter's tape from the back. So I heat it with a heat gun slightly until it gets soft enough, and then the tape pretty much just pulls off. Now I'm going to touch up the paint on the back side from where I pulled the tape off, and basically give the whole back side another coat of paint. While I wait for the paint to dry, I'm going to burn our logo into the table legs. Once the paint is dry, I'm attaching the base to the top with Kreg pocket screws. Here's my finished table. If you like this video and would like to see more, please like and subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell and you'll get notified as soon as we post new videos. Thanks for watching.